Hi, welcome to class 2, Getting Ready. Today I'm going to show you some of the supplies that I use in my personal Bible study. We're going to start off with a Bible. Your Bible is really your work center. It's your workplace where you get everything done. You want to feel comfortable with your Bible. I recommend being able to have a Bible that you can feel comfortable writing in the margins, highlighting. I do want to warn you, if you do use a highlighter, you can see up here I highlighted this in pink several years ago, and if you look over time it has bled through, and now you can't tell which side is the side that I actually highlighted. It seems to be equal on both sides. Through working in ministry for many years, I've discovered my favorite thing now to highlight it with is just a regular pencil, like this, a colored pencil. The colors tend to stay nice and bright. They're not affected by humidity or temperature or anything. They don't rub off. You see up here, I've used gel pen. It still seems to be staying after many years, nice and bright. I do caution against using colored inks such as purple, green, or orange, because over time they tend to feather and fade and bleed through. That makes it just really a lot harder to read. I like to use these Post-it notes because I can put them on and they won't hurt the ink, and they'll stay in place if I want to point to something, especially if I'm going to be teaching. Another thing that you are going to need for Bible study is a notebook, and it doesn't have to be fancy. This is one of the first ones that I have. It's just a composition notebook. This is where you're going to write down what you've read in your Bible. Okay, you're going to take what you've read in your Bible, you're going to put it in your notebook. Your questions are going to be in here. You can take it with you to church and write down sermons, but this is really where you are working out what you have learned in your Bible. What I've started using recently has been just these three punched spiral binders. They're cheap, come in lots of colors. And now that I am doing a little bit more advanced studies, I can dedicate just one of these to a specific topic. So this one right here is actually for anything having to do with the temple. And you can see up here I've got it all written down, and I do use highlighter up here because I have several pages that I got from this same source 34 there. And I want to make sure that with my eye I can quickly see that this is the same source. Also, I don't just use writing, I use drawing. Sometimes if you're studying something that is more in depth or might be a little bit drier and your mind tends to wander, which mine does all the time, I can keep my attention on it and get that information into my brain if I actually do little doodles with it. I also will use note cards like these to help me. These are all color-coded, and they will remember specific facts that I want to keep out. However you want to do it is fine. Make it something that is your own. But the most important thing to remember is that you have something that you are using to work with your Bible. Okay, because you're reading here, and it's good to read here, but you also need to put it down here, because right here is where you were chewing it up. You were thinking about it. You were processing it. And if you forget something that you read or forget something that you were taught, you can go back to your notebook and read it over. But this way, you are really working that information into your heart and into your mind very, very well. So the important thing, like I said, though, is to do the best way that that is best for you to process this information. That is all that I have for you in this class today. We've got a lot more coming up, and so I hope to see you there.